Now, I can talk a little bit about what's happening in the state, and I could talk about what's happening in the federal government, and we know that they cannot control their spending. They are spending more money than they are taking in, and we know what a huge travesty that's going to be on our future generations. What I'm going to talk about today for myself, because it's what I do in local government, is we're going to talk about what's happening with your city and how we are not spending money that we do not have. Now that does not mean that we do not have our set of problems. To give you an example, our general fund is millions of dollars short. We've been on a hiring freeze now for a year and a half. We have cut $3 million out of our general fund, and next month we will cut approximately $4.5 million out of our general fund and lay off possibly as many 40 people, because at the City of Reading we will not spend what we do not have. Now, these tough choices will not come easy. People will lose their jobs. It's possible that the level of service that we provide to you will decline. We are going to do our very best job to try to ensure that the jobs that we have promised you that we'll continue to deliver. But it will not be easy, but we will not be like the state, and we will not be like the federal government, and we will not spend what we do not have. And I've said that twice because the council and myself as vice mayor and our mayor, Rick Bozzetti, we are committed to not spending what we do not have. Now, we've had many trials and tribulations, and in the last year, we have had a sales tax increase come before council to pay for our police administration building. Now, if it wasn't for council today, if it wasn't for people like myself and the mayor, we would have not defeated that and have added another quarter-cent sales tax to what we're already paying too much, and we defeated that here in the City of Reading. But there is a larger tax still looming, and it's still out there, and it's lingering right now. And the local governments are being asked today to fix part of mainline I-5. They say that they don't have enough money to fix mainline I-5, and they are going up and down the state of California convincing local governments, much like ourselves, that we need to be responsible and pay for I-5, even though it's a federal and state highway system. I'm glad you agree that this is another form of a tax in the form of hundreds of millions of dollars that will be taken away from our local economy. But with this council, and you have my promise as vice mayor and the mayor of Reading, that we will fight hard to ensure that this tax does not get passed. But thank you. But we cannot do it alone. This entire city hall and the chambers right behind me, these are your chambers. They were built by the labors, the fruits of your labor. And this is your city hall and this is your city council. And we're going to need your support if we're going to avoid having to pay that undue tax. And when those things come up in the paper, I know I would appreciate it and the mayor would appreciate it if we could get such a crowd like this coming to council in opposition of yet another tax. My name is Patrick Henry Jones. I'm your vice mayor. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Patrick. You know, somebody snuck in here as our assemblyman.